If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in basic level where we are building concepts on complex number. Today we will see geometric representation of the complex number, how it is represented graphically, and the meaning of this addition and subtraction what we have done in complex number. Okay, then let's see this. Okay, now let us see the geometric representation of a complex number. Now the complex number that is drawn, suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis in your coordinate geometry what we have done. So in complex number, this plane is known as special name, that is known as Argand diagram, Argand plane. This plane is Argand, similar to your coordinate, just the name is changing only. Suppose if I take z is x plus iy, I can take z in two ways, that is your rectangular way, and this is your polar form, r cos theta plus sin theta, where mod z is r and argument z is theta. You can locate it here. Now suppose in our coordinate geometry it is p x comma y. In complex, this is your real part, this is your imaginary line. So all the real values I will write it here, all the imaginary values I will write it here. Because this was our number line, real value line. This one is additional coming. So this point it is x plus iy, so you move x then iy. So this point is corresponding to your z value. So actually what is complex number z? That represents a point in this Argand plane. This point actually the complex number z. And this is its magnitude, this length you can see from here to here, x square plus y square, this is the theta. So everything now you correlate what is your with your coordinate geometry. So there is a one-to-one resemblance between your complex number and coordinate. So this point xy can be said to represent the complex number z. So you can say this point is representing z. The ordered pair, this is why it is ordered pair, because you cannot change the order, it cannot change yx. It is xy means xy, first x then y. If you change it, then it will represent another point and another complex number. Can be identified with z equal to x plus iy. So every complex number can be represented by ordered pair or can be represented by a point in coordinate geometry. The coordinate plane which is used to represent this complex number z1 is called the Argand plane. This is known as Argand plane or complex plane or z plane, whatever name. The point in x-axis, every point in x-axis will be in the format x comma 0. Because in x-axis y is 0. So in complex number also, if it is x0, this is y, that means real number. So that's why this represents the real part of z. Any point in y-axis represents 0 comma y format. So if it is 0 comma y format, then this is 0 means it is purely imaginary. That is, it is the imaginary part only. If this becomes 0, then only imaginary part is there. So that's why y becomes imaginary part. What is OP? This is x, this is y. So it is x square plus y square. So this becomes your modulus of z, that is r. So this beautiful example we will see, that means modulus is nothing but it is the distance from the z from the origin, that is given by the z. Angle XOP is nothing but theta, which is your argument of z. Okay, if z is in first quadrant, suppose your z is in first quadrant, this is representing xy point. So what is x minus y here? And this is nothing but z bar. So if z is here, so z bar will come here. If it is in first quadrant, then z bar will come in fourth quadrant. Only the sign of imaginary will change, so x will remain same, y will be minus. And it is the negative of z. It will take a reflection on the origin and it will come to first to third quadrant. Minus z is minus x minus y. You can see how z is moving in your coordinate geometry. So all algebraic operations, now you can physically look also. What you have done in here, what we have done in here, you can see all these things physically how it looks like. Now what is the geometrical meaning of the sum and difference of two complex numbers? Suppose you have a complex number z1, this is your z1, suppose this is your z2, z1 is x1 i1, z2 is x2 i2. Now if you add these two, this is r1 cos theta 1, then r2, you can write it in polar form also. So if you add these two, this plus this, so you can know vector addition, so this and this, so this will be your resultant. You can also feel it, your x1 and x2 will be added. So how much distance it is going, so it will also move that much distance. So if you take parallel of this one, so this breadth will be, if you see, if I draw the perpendicular, so this length will be equal to this length. So whatever x1 you are coming here, x2, so this will be added. So if you add these two, what will happen? x1 plus x2, so this is added. Similarly y, whatever height it is there, this additional height will be added here. Because this much length you have put it here, so this height will come. So your y1 plus y2, you can feel it now. So if you draw a parallelogram, then this diagonal will represent your z1 plus z2. So P represents Z1Q, then OPRQ parallelogram. This R will represent Z1 plus Z2. So this is the meaning of addition in complex number, which is again quite a resemblance with your vector also, that we will see. So from the triangular inequalities, now this is a triangle where this is your OP, this is Z1, and this is nothing but your same as Z2, because this is same Z2. This is the drawing you have done here. This magnitude is Z2, so obviously this magnitude will be Z2 because the length is same. This magnitude is Z1, and this magnitude is Z1 plus Z2. So in a triangular inequality, sum of two sides must be greater than the third side. So this plus this will be greater than this. So that is written, and this is nothing but this. So this is a very famous triangular inequality. We will see in modular inequality, we will see in complex number, which can be proved from here. So Z1 plus Z2 will be always less than equal to mod Z1 plus mod Z2. It will be equal only all three lie in the same. If P, Q, O all lie in a same line, then this will be equal, or otherwise it is less than. In triangular also, if it is less than, that means they are in same. If it is equal, that means they are in same line, collinear. If it is less than, then only triangle will be formed. This theorem can be extended for n numbers of Z1. So if you add Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3, it will be less than Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 separately, modulus each one. Now what is the meaning of that subtraction? Now if you see, this is, suppose this is my Q, so if I want to do minus Z2, so I will take minus Z2. So what, suppose QZ represent minus Z2. That's what we can see. We have seen, if you multiply by minus, it comes from first to third, it will come from here to here, because your X will also get negative, Y will also get negative. So your X will come here negative, Y will come down here negative. So this is your Q dash. Now you add these two, that will be Z1 minus Z2, because this is Z2. So you have seen how to add this and this, you will make a parallelogram. So this will represent Z1 minus Z2, because you are adding Z1 plus minus Z2. So this line and this line you are adding, just the way this is. So this represents, what this represents? This represents your Z1 minus Z2. Now if you see this triangle, this dotted line I have shown here, this triangle. So this triangle and this triangle, this is common. This length and this length are, this length and this length are same. This length same, this is same. These angles are same because it is a parallelogram. You can feel it now. All these are parallels. So obviously this triangle and these triangles are congruent. Once they become congruent, then these and these are equal. So whatever the magnitude of this one, Z1 minus Z2 will be the magnitude of Z2. So that is written here. Your R dash is represented by Z1 plus minus Z2, which is Z1 minus Z2. Where OR dash, OQ dash, R dash P is a parallelogram. Now OPR dash and OQR are congruent. So therefore this line QP is equal to OR dash. QP, this is equal to OR dash. So both, because this is equal to Z1 minus Z2, so the magnitude of this one and magnitude of this one remains same. So again, this is a triangle. What we know again, difference of two sides is always less than the third side in a triangular inequality. So this is Z1, this is Z2. So difference of these two, QP is greater than this minus this. So mod Z1 minus mod Z2. So and QP is nothing but mod Z1 minus. So this is another triangular inequalities which is extended in modular inequality in your complex number. So now if you have two complex number, suppose this is Z1, this is Z2. Now you know which one. Suppose you need to find mod Z1 plus mod Z2. So this is representing mod Z1 plus mod Z2. You want to find mod Z1 minus Z2. So this represents mod Z1 minus mod Z2. So this diagonal represents, length of this diagonal is nothing but, if it is a parallelogram you make it, these two are given to you. So if it is a parallelogram, this diagonal represents the length of the difference, this diagonal represents the length of the summation. Okay, now if you know this one, now the first what we have studied all this, what is the Z argument, all this, now you can easily visualize it because this is my complex number. Now if I say Z is equal to I, Z is equal to where it will look like, Z is equal to I means real part is 0, so 0 plus 1 into I. So it's real is 0, imaginary, so this represents 0, 1 in my coordinate geometry or Argand plane, whatever. So this is 0, 1. So this is the Z now. So what is its modulus? Your length is, so mod Z is 1, and what is its argument is from this side, it is 90 degree. So that's why you can see here, in case of Zi, what we have studied here, mod Z is 1, argument Z is pi by 2. We have done it during algebra, but from here also you can feel it. Now if Z is equal to minus 2, then where it will lie? It will lie here minus 2, because here real part is 0, minus 2 imaginary part is 0. So this is your z. So what is the length? Mod z is 2, and what is the angle? Angle is pi. So you can see this angle minus 1. If it is angle becomes pi. It is minus 2, so angle becomes, because from here you will, because your z is now here. This is your z. So from z represents the point, not the line. This point. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.